Hi guys, this is Constance Nelson. I am the lead therapist and the CEO of Constantly Healthy Counseling and Coaching. And today we're going to learn about tip the temperature. This is going to go on my website under EMDR or trauma. And again, we don't need to do this if we've had trauma or EMDR is a modality that helps through trauma. We can use this for anxiety. And I teach this to all my clients. So tip the temperature stands for, there's TIPPS. Yes, TIPPS, like that, yeah. So the T stands for temperature. So when we tip the temperature, what we do is, I tell my clients this, if you're starting to get into a panic attack or the anxiety really starts to rise. So again, guys, we manage your anxiety 0 to 10. 0 to 10, where am I? 0, the best I've ever felt. 10, the most anxious, the most dysregulated I've ever felt. So you want to figure out where you are first. And as you climb through your day, you want to see where your numbers are. If they start to climb like this, you want to make sure you get them back down again. How do you do this? There's a couple videos I put out about mindfulness. There's one about breathing. This is kind of bringing it a little bit together. So, ice. Ice is a great way to lower anxiety, and it's called the mammalian response, which is the mammal response. I think I said that right, where when we think our bodies are going to dive into water, so when our faces from here to here get submerged in water below, I think it's like 40 degrees, the breath, the blood pressure, everything lowers in that moment, right? Because the body's preparing to get dived into water. So I tell my clients that suffer from panic attacks or high anxiety to keep a box or keep a bowl of ice in their refrigerator, freezer, right? And it's good for the pores too. But ladies, yeah, put the ice on the pores, closes them up. Yeah, good for that too, yeah. So you go ahead and you keep this bowl of ice in the refrigerator and then freezer, and you put your face directly in that ice from here to here, just for a second or two, couple seconds, and it lowers everything down. Now, I also tell my clients you can take baggies of ice and put it on your neck. And this isn't one of those ice packs where it's wrapped in things. It's pure ice in a baggie. And if you're at work and you're having a hard time with anxiety, you can also like rub some ice on your face or maybe put it on your neck. This helps lower that temperature and lower that anxiety down. The next T in temperature is intense exercise. So what happens, guys, when we are in this fight, flight, and freeze response, we're breathing in our chest area, the body believes we need to run. So a lot of my clients, when they go through anxiety attacks, are like, I tried to meditate, I tried to be still. That's the worst thing you do when you're in an anxiety attack or anxiety starting to build. You want to take a run. You want to put some music on. You want to move the body. So what happens when the body gets into this fight, flight, and freeze? When it gets into the chest area, right? All the blood goes into the muscles in this moment. So the body thinks it needs to run. It's a very old prehistoric reaction to stress. And if we build up our stress for a long period of time, some of my clients are like, I had a panic attack and nothing was going on that day. Well, nothing has to be going on that day. This could be stacking from months or weeks or days or even sometimes years. And this body will just react, right? So all the blood gets thrown in the muscles. So when this happens, we take a run, and that brings that blood back into the organs. We can do jumping jacks. If we can't run, we can put some music on, right? So the next one is paired muscle relaxation. Right? So we do the ice, we can do some dancing. And again, don't just do this when you're having an attack or the anxiety's high. Remember, you can do this all the time. Let's exercise that little parasympathetic. Remember, it's a muscle. And the more we exercise the parasympathetic, the more it's going to come online for us. And it allows us to relax, even when times when we're good. Right? So the paired muscle relaxation is laying in bed every morning and every night. You want to go ahead and relax the body. So you start at the feet. Go tense up the feet, like, ooh, tense up the feet, and then down, and then tense your calves, and then let them down, and tense your quads, and let them down, and go all the way up, tense your shoulders, oh, your eyes, tense, and down, right, squeeze, and let it down, and then go back down to the floor, to your toe. You can go to toes, you can just focus. Now again, this also helps you get mindful, so it gets you into that present moment as well. Right? So we do this intense exercise, we do some ice, we making sure that we're breathing. Oh, and the last tips is the breathing piece. Let's make sure that we are breathing. And this is another thing I talk about in my videos too. Breath is so very important. I talk to my clients, I say, sometimes this is what we do, right? We think that we're not sleeping, and we'll take a sleeping pill or something like this. Well, what happens is if we're not breathing in this moment, right? So let's say this is not breathing. Not sleeping. I'm not sleeping, right? So we take a sleeping pill and we do this. Well, there's still a problem, right? The light's still on. So we have to be mindful here that maybe we're not breathing enough. And during the day, if we're not breathing enough during the day, the body catches up at night when you're quiet. So make sure you're breathing during the day, guys, and let's get breathing. So how do we do that? We breathe into our belly like the baby breathing. So breathe into our belly. So breathe in through your belly, blow like a balloon for 4 seconds and you hold it. And I tell my clients 8 seconds out. Or all the way out, almost you can't breathe out anymore. And then into your belly and then out. All right, guys, let's do this every day, a couple of times a day. Integrate this mindfulness in your day. Another thing good about this too, if you're stressed out all the time, the blood is constantly in your muscles. It's not in your organs where it belongs. This is where this illness comes in, or people start having heart problems. And I had a client once that was having a lot of heart issues. And I don't know if this was the reason, but when we started breathing, they put a heart monitor on her to do the surgery they were supposed to do, and they didn't have to do the surgery. I'm not saying that's what it was, but it's the only thing she added into her world. So the breath is so very important. So try to put these all together. Again, give these a try. And if you're looking for more tips and traits, you can go to constantlyhealthy.llc. And again, if you can dream it, you can do it, guys. So what are you waiting for? Let's get tipping.